So this is Mary Esther, Florida. They got a Regal Theater over here. Did you guys see that thing where the big theater corporation, ATM or whatever they call it, theaters, are going to have 15-cent theater tickets? I hate that Michael's was going to open over there, and it looks like they're not going to. It looks like they sure changed their mind. Because when the sickness hit, all of a sudden their banner left. Let's see. I will go over here. And here's the Trump store over here at an old vacant gas station. That's pretty wild. I wonder how they get away with using his name like that. Fort Walton Beach Auto Brokers have got cars again. I can't believe it. Either that or they're moving their cars around to another lot or something. I've got one of my cars that went from like 3 recalls to like 10. Really need to get it into the dealership and let them do those recalls. I took my big truck up to my mechanic the other day. I have a really great mechanic. If I can't get it done or figure it out, I go to him, and he is the best. And on this particular car, he did my timing service on it, which is fantastic. It was really good price and really quick. And I asked him, I said, so like, did they jack this thing up or is this stock? He said, no, it's probably stock. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I let him try to take that PCV valve out because it's an aluminum valve cover. And I didn't want to force it or anything. So I was afraid to crack that cover or break it and break the valve. And so he got on there and said, boy, that thing's tight. And even though I'd been driving around and got it hot, a lot of times it'll loosen up, but it did not. So he tested the valve and said it was good and said I didn't have to change it. He said it was operating very well. So that's cool. But I was just going to do it for standard maintenance procedures. But he said the problem is that if you force those off when they're really bad stuck like that, a lot of times you crack them, break them, whatever, and then it's like you got to take the whole valve cover off to get the darn thing off. So I said no problem. But he did think it was a newer one. I thought it maybe had been original to the vehicle, but he thought it was one that was put in recently. Somebody just over-torqued the devil. So here you can turn left on this light, even though the turn light is red. But that's what happens when people don't know how to drive. If it says no turn on red, then you can't turn. But if it's a dangerous intersection, I would say don't turn. I think that's the store where that, they closed 2 of their stores. One girl died from the sickness, and then another one at another store got sick, and they closed it to do cleaning. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a little dollar place here to go get some little bottle of acetone. I probably have a big can of it for all I know. I haven't had time to work on vehicles lately. Let's go. Why do you people not know how to drive? immediately gets into the left lane with no signal from the right lane. People are scary. Okay, so I have got to go back the other way. Because there's two of these joints up the road, and I have to get around here before the traffic comes. Yow! Because when the traffic comes, we'll never get through. Go up here. Sometimes it's better to go to the big dollar store because then it's not a small space with people in it. But damn sickness makes me nervous, right? You get these little tiny stores and they're all stepping all over each other, and it's just like, It's starting to slow down just a little bit in Florida. The problem is that the tourism's still way up, and that's where it's coming from. The sick people are coming here and getting people sick. And they don't respect these stores that say mask required. They'll come in and the poor employees, when they tell them, I'm sorry, but this store is mask required, and they start yelling at them or hit them or some craziness. There was a kid hit, I think it was Disneyland or something, at an amusement park, punched by some adults, and it was a 17-year-old kid that was running a ride, and the adults punched him. And so there's been a lawsuit filed for two reasons. Because they did not follow the requirements of the park, and they hurt a person. Let's see. Okay, so both these places are open. It almost looks like the dollar store's closed, but it's just the way the tint is on the windows, I suppose. So they put a plasma center in over where that gym used to be, that old loser gym. I feel sorry for those people that signed contracts. I hope they got their money back. They had a contract fee and another fee and another fee and another fee, and it was kind of a big scammy deal. And they all of a sudden went under. And then they put in that plasma center, which is probably one of those places where you sell your blood, I imagine. I don't know. Never been there. Hertz Rent-A-Car. So, I missed your little yard sales over here at this little church, at the Grace Church. They'll do Mexican cookout, it's dirt cheap. And then they'll do these really great yard sales that are really reasonable. So I'm gonna go in here and get some acetone.